My beloved child, heed this whisper from the throne of heaven. Unseen forces are closing in on your life even now, and a pivotal moment is racing toward you. One wrong step made in ignorance, and you may stumble into snares that no prayer alone can undo. But if you remain with me until the end of this message, I will equip your spirit with the discernment to avoid every hidden trap and guide you into the light of everlasting victory. Stay with me. Your destiny depends on what you learn before the hour is gone. My child, there is a moment quietly approaching in the flow of your life, a pivotal moment. And if you do not discern it and remain awake, you may unknowingly encounter grave danger. It is not because I desire to test you through pain, far from it. It is not my will to see you suffer calamity. On the contrary, my heart aches at the very thought of you stumbling into that darkness. But the path you are currently walking, though unintentionally, is gradually tilting toward a perilous edge filled with hidden snares. Small compromises that seem harmless, little choices that appear insignificant, invitations that seem innocent. All of these are, little by little, opening a door through which danger may slip into your life. And it is precisely at this moment that I, the one who loves you more than anyone in the universe, cannot remain silent. I am reaching out with open arms, sounding a clear warning, not to make you afraid or doubtful, but to awaken your soul so that you may turn back in time to the path of life, of grace, of eternal truth. My child, do not take these warnings lightly. This is no coincidence. This is the urgent cry of a father who already sees your vessel drifting toward treacherous waters. You may not see the full picture as I do. You may feel that everything is still calm, still under control. But remember, I am the one who sees from the beginning to the end. I see clearly what lies hidden behind the veil of the present moment. I see the schemes quietly being woven around you. I see the traps disguised with a beautiful facade. I see relationships that seem harmless but are seeded with subtle distraction. My child, not everything that glitters is light from me. Not every door that opens before you is one that I have prepared for you to walk through. So I urge you now, pause for a moment, lift your eyes, and seek my gaze. Ask me before taking the next step. Allow my spirit to guide every thought, every decision. Do not let impatience or the confidence of the flesh drive you into steps that are not covered by wisdom from above. Sometimes it only takes one decision made without prayer, one step taken without discernment in the spirit, to open a door through which darkness may enter. My beloved child, I do not come to rebuke, nor do I come to condemn. I come with a heart overflowing with love, a love that longs to shield you from all harm. I come to remind you that you are not alone in this battle. I am right here, ready to take your hand and lead you through every hardship. But you must listen to my voice. You must obey my gentle yet powerful words. Do you realize, my child, that some dangers do not arrive like a sudden crashing storm? There are perils that creep in slowly, little by little, dulling your spiritual awareness. A small compromise today, a slight deviation tomorrow, and one day you will find yourself having lost the light you once had without even understanding how it happened. That is why I cannot remain silent. That is why I am earnestly calling you to return to me, to let me once again be your one true guide. My child, do not let pride or self-satisfaction dull your spiritual ears. Do not think that you are strong enough to navigate every wave on your own. Even though you may have experience and understanding, it is I alone who see every depth within the spiritual realm. It is I alone who know the schemes the enemy is plotting in the darkness. And only when you fully surrender to my guidance will you truly be safe. My beloved child, this is a season of awakening. It is not a time for you to slumber in temporary satisfaction. It is not a time to chase after fleeting things and neglect my calling. Each day I wait for you in my presence. Every morning I long for you to come and listen to the rhythm of my heart. For from that place you will receive the light to discern, the strength to stand firm, and the wisdom to walk wisely through a world filled with unseen snares. My precious child, I know these words may surprise you. They may even stir a sense of worry within you. But understand my heart rightly. I do not speak these things so you would live in fear. I am not painting a dark picture to weigh down your soul. My purpose is singular, to bring you back to complete safety within my embrace. It is so that you may live and live abundantly, free from unnecessary wounds, free from falling into the traps of the enemy. That moment, the pivotal moment in your journey, is drawing near faster than you can comprehend with your finite mind. And every choice you make now, even those decisions that seem small, are carrying consequences far greater than what your eyes can see or your heart can measure. Do you know, my child, I have been watching each of your steps, each breath you take, every secret thought within your heart. Nothing about you is hidden from my sight. I see clearly those places within you weighed down by burdens where anxiety and fear have quietly accumulated over the years. I also see those corners of your heart that you have been trying to ignore, where you have repeatedly dismissed the gentle whispers of my spirit amid the busyness and pressures of life. How many times have I softly called your name in the early dawn, when all is still, longing for you to return to the peaceful place within my heart? There have been moments when I placed signs before you, reminders through the words of others, through small events in life, even through sudden stirrings in your soul. Yet your eyes were drawn elsewhere, to worldly concerns, personal ambitions, unresolved fears. My child, I understand it all. I do not condemn you for those moments. I know you are living in a noisy world where countless voices surround you, where it is not easy to discern which voice is truly mine. Yet even so, I am always here. I have never turned away, never grown weary of waiting for you. My love for you has never faded with the passing years, nor has it diminished when you are weak or when you stumble. My beloved one, know this. Every moment in the present carries immense value in the eternal plan I have prepared for you. Every word you speak, every action you take, every decision you make in this season holds vital importance for the journey ahead. Do not think these things are trivial or insignificant. No, my child, it is precisely these seemingly small matters that are shaping the course of your future, opening or closing doors that I have long prepared for you. Therefore, now I am calling you to slow down for a moment, to step back from the whirlwind of life so you may hear my voice more clearly. Do not let busyness cause you to miss the sacred moment that is drawing near. Do not allow vague fears to keep you trapped in old cycles. Do not let unrefined desires lead you astray from the path I have set for you. Do you know this, my child? That moment is no longer far away. And when it comes, you will clearly see that none of my warnings were in vain. You will realize that the very words I speak to you today are meant to rescue you from a fierce wave that could otherwise overwhelm your soul. I do not say this to sow panic within you, but so that you may be prepared, that you may walk with firmness and security in the days ahead. My child, remember that I am not a God who sits high upon the throne, observing from a distance. No, I am the one who walks with you day by day, hour by hour. I go before you to make a way. I stand beside you to uphold you. I remain behind you to protect you. Yet I also need you to listen and obey. For only when you open your heart can I lead you through the dark paths that you cannot face alone. My beloved child, I see in your heart things you have not spoken, doubts about yourself, worries about the future, old wounds that still bleed within. I see even those moments when you wonder, are you truly listening to me? Do you still care about me? And I say to you now, yes, my child, I hear every sigh of yours in the darkness. I see every tear you shed in silence. I know every heavy turn of your heart. There has not been a single moment when I have forgotten you, not a single day when I ceased to think of you. Even when you doubted, when you strayed, When you could not feel my presence, I was still there, waiting for you to return. My love for you is not based on your perfection, nor is it dependent on your achievements or efforts. It is unconditional love, stronger than any mountain, deeper than any ocean. Therefore, my child, do not hesitate to return to me. Do not think that you have gone too far to come back. No matter how far you have wandered, my arms are wide enough to embrace you. No matter how weak you feel, my grace is strong enough to restore you. The only thing I ask of you now is a tender heart, a humble spirit willing to listen and follow my guidance. My beloved child, the coming days will be significant. The enemy will try to sow confusion, will attempt to make you doubt my promises, but stand firm. Anchor your faith in me. Let my word be the light that guides your path. Do not chase after the flattering words of the world. Do not let the criticism of others shake you. You do not live to please man. You live to please me, the one who chose you and called you before the foundations of the world. My child, the danger you are about to face is not a punishment that I am imposing upon you. It is not a judgment from my hand. Rather, it is the inevitable consequence of a world that is increasingly turning away from truth. A world that is running after its own lusts and deceptions. It is the result of dark waves rising to engulf the unguarded, the souls who have neglected my voice. And you, my beloved child, are now standing at the threshold of a great conflict between light and darkness, between life and destruction. But know this, in my boundless mercy, I do not stand idly by and watch you be swept away. No, I cannot bear to see you fall into that darkness. That is why I have been standing as a shield between you and those waves. Like a blazing lamp in the pitch-black night, I am lifting high the light of truth, the light of my word, to guide your steps, to open your eyes so you may clearly see the path of life and recognize the road that leads to destruction. Do you not realize, child, that this darkness has not appeared suddenly? It has been creeping in quietly, seeping into the minds of many through subtle lies, through small compromises, through distorted thoughts that may seem harmless. And if you are not vigilant, these very things will gradually erode your spiritual discernment, causing you to unknowingly wander into dangerous territory. But my beloved child, today I speak to you. There is still time. The door of grace has not yet closed. My light still shines brightly. My voice continues to call out to your soul day by day, hour by hour. But you must listen. You must open your heart to receive it. Do not let the noise of the world drown out my voice. Do not allow the busyness of life to cause you to miss this precious opportunity. Time is short, and with each moment you hesitate, you are stepping closer to unseen snares. Remember, child, that darkness cannot overcome the light as long as you hold tightly to my hand. But if you choose to let go, if you decide to walk your own path without me, then my protection cannot be forced upon you. I am the one who honors the freedom I have given you. I do not compel love, nor do I impose obedience. Yet I long for you to willingly return to me, to be covered once again under my steadfast shelter. The days ahead will not be easy, my beloved. This trial is not aimed merely at your outward actions, but deeper still. It targets your heart, your faith, and your loyalty to me. It will seek to shake the firmness of your soul, to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and even despair. But remember this, as long as you remain in me, no force can snatch you from my hand. Perhaps within your heart right now you are asking, how can I stand firm through this trial? How can I know that I will not fall? And I answer, by your own strength you cannot. But with me, all things are possible. Strength does not come from you. Wisdom does not arise from your own understanding. But when you humble yourself, when you surrender everything to me, when you allow my spirit to fill your heart, then I myself will be your strength. I will be the one who upholds you through the storm. My dear child, do not underestimate the importance of preparation in this hour. Do not let your spirit grow lazy or indifferent. Stay alert. Train your heart in my word. Renew your relationship with me daily through sincere prayer. Do not seek me only when trouble strikes. Learn to walk with me even in times of peace, so that when the day of testing comes, you will stand on a firm foundation in me. Do you know, child, that within my heart there is a deep longing to see you live in victory, to see you not only escape danger, but also become a shining light for others who are lost? This world desperately needs those who are steadfast in me, souls who will not be swept away by the currents of darkness. And I have chosen you for that mission. But to walk in this calling, you must first allow me to shape you, refine you, and purify you. My beloved child, do not delay any longer. Do not think to yourself, tomorrow I will change, or when I am more ready, I will return. No, my child, now is the time. Today is the day I am calling you back. Each day spent in hesitation is a precious opportunity lost. Each time you turn a deaf ear to my voice is another step away from the safety of my embrace. And I say this not to rebuke you, but because my love for you is boundless. That love never changes, no matter how many times you have faltered or fallen into weakness. It is precisely because I love you that today I earnestly call you to awaken. It is because my mercy never runs dry that I do not grow weary of repeating these words to you. My beloved child, come back. Let me touch the deepest places of your heart. Let me dry your tears, heal the wounds that still throb with pain, and restore the withered parts of your spirit. Let me replace your fear with peace, your doubt with faith, the burdens in your heart with the freedom of my spirit. There is still time, my child, but you must listen, you must respond. Do not let my words today be but an echo fading into emptiness. Do not let this opportunity pass without a true stirring in your soul. For when you respond, when you open your heart, I will move. I will lead you step by step. I will strengthen your feet so you may walk through the trials ahead. My beloved, now pause for a moment. Slow down from the hurried pace that carries you along each day. Let me, the one who knows every path you walk, take your hand once again and gently guide your steps back to the way I have prepared for you. Do not let your soul be swept away in the whirlwind of this fast-paced life. Do not allow the frantic beat of worldly time to make you forget the gentle rhythm of the love I have for you. Do you know, my child, all this time, no matter how lost or alone you have felt, in my eyes you have never been abandoned. Even on the days when you thought no one understood, on the long nights when you believed your heart's cry disappeared into the void, I was closer to you than ever. Not for a single moment have I turned my face away from you. Not for one breath have I taken my eyes off you. I have seen each tear that quietly traced your cheeks in the stillness of the night when no one else was there. I have seen every time you sat weary and silent in the corner of your room, burdened by the weight of life pressing upon your soul. I see it all. There is no pain of yours that I do not know. No longing within your heart escapes my attention. My child, I also see how you strive to rise each day. I see how you try to appear strong before others, even when your heart has at times been broken. I see you smile even while your heart aches. I see you continue walking even when your legs are weary. Perhaps you think no one notices these efforts, that no one understands the depths of your loneliness. But my child, I see. I know, and more than that, I feel every nuance of your heart. My beloved, there is a truth I want you to inscribe upon your heart today. I am near to the brokenhearted. I am not distant from the crushed in spirit. On the contrary, when you are weak, that is when I draw nearer to you than ever before. I do not despise your frailty. I do not reject the cracks within your soul. I embrace you, both the whole parts and the broken ones. And it is within that brokenness that my power will be revealed most mightily. Do not fear when you feel you are not enough. Do not be ashamed when you find yourself weak. I have never expected a perfect person to come to me. I look for a sincere heart, a soul that is willing to open up to me, that is willing to admit its need for me. And my child, this includes you. especially you. You are the one I love in a special way. Not because you are stronger than others, not because you accomplish more than anyone else, but because I see within your heart a deep longing to belong to me. Even though at times you still waver amidst the unfinished places within you. My beloved child, I know there are wounds within you that have lingered for so long, sorrowful memories you have not dared to confront. There are burdens you have carried for so long that they now feel like an inseparable part of life. But today, I speak to you. You no longer need to bear them alone. Let me lift those burdens from your shoulders. Let me soothe those wounds. There is no pain too deep that I cannot heal. There is no damage too great that my love cannot cover. Do you know this, my child? Every moment you choose to pause and listen to me, every time you return to that place of stillness in me, you are drawing closer to complete restoration. I do not desire for you to live in silent endurance. I long for you to experience new joy, new life, not the fleeting happiness the world offers, but a deep peace that surpasses every circumstance. Yet for this to take place, you must choose to let go. Let go of the false facade of strength. Let go of the habit of fighting everything on your own. Let go of the thought that you are unworthy of receiving my love and my care. Do you understand? From eternity past, I have loved you. Before you ever knew me, I had already chosen you. And this love has never changed. Not for a moment, no matter how many times you have stumbled or felt weak. My beloved child, let me tell you about the picture I am painting for your life. It is not a portrait of sorrow or failure. It is a portrait of resurrection. In this vision, I see you rising again with renewed strength, walking in newfound freedom. I see your eyes sparkling with hope, your heart filled with joy, no longer suffocated by the past. I see you moving forward with a soul that has been healed, no longer chained by old bonds. But for this portrait to become reality, you must allow me to be the only artist who touches every stroke of your life. Do not let fear, negative words, or past failures take hold of the brush. Do not let the judgments of others, nor your own doubts, blur the beauty of what I have prepared. My beloved, believe that a new season awaits you. A season of deep healing, a season of complete restoration, a season where you no longer have to exhaust yourself pretending to be strong, but can live authentically, fully embraced in my arms, the one who loves you unconditionally. I do not desire for you to merely survive these trials. I want you to thrive, to live abundantly with a heart radiant with light, so that you not only receive life, but also carry and share that life with others. And remember, my child, it is never too late to return to me. It is never too late to open your heart and allow me to touch you. Even if you have so often felt unworthy, felt that you were not enough, I say to you today, it is you, with all your weaknesses, with all your broken places, whom I most long to embrace. I love you, not because you are perfect, but because you are you, the one I fearfully and wonderfully made. So, my child, even in this very moment, let me once again become your safe refuge. Let me wipe away the silent tears. Let me lift the burdens that were never meant for you to carry. And above all, let me restore within you joy, peace, and trust in the future I have lovingly prepared for you. My beloved child, open your heart and listen closely. For what I am about to speak to you is not merely a reminder, but the very breath of life longing to saturate every fiber of your soul. Do not think that you are walking through this life in comfort and ease, for there are deeper things at work around you, things unseen by human eyes, unfolding each day, each hour. My child, there are unseen forces, spiritual currents swirling all around you, of which you are not yet fully aware. Decisions that may seem harmless, careless words, fleeting encounters, moments that appear ordinary. All of these carry unseen pressures from the spiritual realm. There is nothing random in these occurrences. Some events are the result of schemes and plots from the darkness, designed to slowly erode your faith, to weary your soul, and to dull the spiritual alertness I have given you. Do not be deceived into thinking the enemy targets you because you are weak or flawed. No, that is not the case at all. He targets you because you are precious in my sight. Before the foundation of the world, I chose you and placed within you a portion of a divine calling. He trembles at the sight of my mark upon your life. He is terrified of the spiritual potential I have planted within you. Potential, when released, will tear down the strongholds of darkness and bring light into the darkest places. Remember the story of Joseph in the scriptures, the youngest son of Jacob. Because of the dream I placed within his heart, he was envied by his brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into a dungeon. But tell me, were those trials able to destroy Joseph? No, on the contrary, I used every circumstance to forge his faith, to prepare him for the day when he would rise to become the governor of Egypt and save countless lives from famine. Likewise, my child, the trials surrounding you are not meant to bury you, but to refine you, so that when the appointed time comes, you may rise into the destiny I have ordained for you. The enemy knows this well. He does not fear you simply because you attend church or read my word. He fears you stepping fully into my calling. He fears you becoming a powerful instrument in my hand. For when that happens, ancient walls will crumble, spiritual chains will break, and many souls will be redeemed through your life. That is why he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He seeks to stop what I have sown in you since you were in your mother's womb. But my beloved child, I remind you once more, I did not come so that you would live an ordinary life. I came that you might have life, not just any life, but life abundant, overflowing, so full that it will spill over to those around you. I want you to experience a deep spiritual life, unbound by fear or shame. I want you to become one who carries my fire, one who breathes life into souls languishing in the dark. Do you not know Paul once wrote, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." The battle you face is not against people, nor merely external hardships. It is a spiritual battle. And for this very reason, you must put on the full armor of God, the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is my word. Do not allow your heart to stand exposed on this battlefield, where the enemy prowls relentlessly. But I also tell you this so that you will not be afraid. No matter how cunning the enemy's schemes may be, they can never prevail against me. And when you abide in me, you too cannot be defeated. Look at Daniel, who was thrown into the lion's den for remaining faithful to me. Yet I sent my angel to shut the mouths of the lions. In the same way, when you walk in obedience and take refuge in me, I will protect you from every scheme of the evil one. My child, do not let the waves of trials cause you to forget your true identity. You are not a victim. You are chosen. You are a warrior in my heavenly army. Rise up in the authority I have given you. Do not allow fear to extinguish the flame within you. Do not let lies cause you to doubt my promises. I know there are days when you feel weary and moments when you ask yourself, am I strong enough to go on? And I say to you, you do not need to be strong on your own. I am your strength. As I told the Apostle Paul, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, know this, in the very moments when you feel weakest, I am working most powerfully. When you surrender yourself into my arms, I will do what you cannot do on your own. Remember this, no matter how many forces are at work around you, no matter how thick the darkness may be, my light will always prevail. There is no darkness that can extinguish the light that comes from me. And when that light shines through you, it not only illuminates your path, but also becomes a beacon for others who are lost. Therefore, my beloved child, now offer your heart to me more fully than ever before. Do not allow anything to distract you from my voice. Do not let lies or worldly schemes cause you to falter. Stand firm. Walk forward with courage. For I, your Lord, go before you. walk beside you, and guard you from behind. I am calling you to step into a new season, a season of abundant life, a season of restoration and expansion, a season in which you will not only receive but also be sent out, a season in which what I have placed within you will be released and revealed powerfully to impact those around you. I long to see you live fully in this. My beloved child, listen carefully to what I am speaking to you right now. Do not let your heart be distracted or allow other concerns to drown out my gentle yet urgent voice. What I am imparting to you in this hour is the key to keeping you from the harm that lurks ahead. I do not speak these things to instill fear in you, but to provide you with a way of escape, to open for you the path of life, and that path begins with obedience. My child, there is a truth you must hold fast to. The disaster ahead is not an unchangeable destiny. It is not the conclusion I have appointed for you. On the contrary, it is something that can be completely avoided if in this very moment you choose to heed my voice and follow my guidance, not by shrinking back in fear, not by closing your heart, but by walking in trusting obedience. It is that obedience that will be your shield of protection, the path that will lead you safely out of every hidden snare. Do you know, my child, that throughout your journey there have been connections and individuals who at first seemed harmless, perhaps even appeared good, but in reality, they have been slowly pulling you away from the rhythm of my heart. There are relationships from which you must courageously create distance, not out of arrogance or coldness, but because your soul needs to be protected. Just as Job, my righteous and beloved servant, had to withdraw from the misguided counsel of his friends in order to clearly hear my true voice. So must you discern that not everyone who comes into your life is sent by me. Some, if you keep them too close, will dull my voice within your heart. Moreover, my child, there are habits you have nurtured for a long time, habits that seem harmless on the surface but are, in truth, subtly eroding your spiritual alertness. There are things you still permit yourself to do, choices you have not yet surrendered. And these very things are opening small doors through which darkness is creeping in, little by little by little. Just as the Israelites of old failed to fully obey my word and held on to small idols within their camp, thus bringing unnecessary trouble upon themselves. So it is now the time for you to be resolute. It is time for you to courageously cast out of your life all that does not belong to me. And not only this, consider the pace of your life now. Have you noticed how rushed, how overwhelming it has become? You rush from one day to the next until at times you can no longer even hear the voice of your own heart, let alone the gentle whisper of mine. I did not create you to live in such an endless whirlwind. I desire for you to know what it is to rest in me. Remember my words from the Psalms. Be still and know that I am God. When you slow your pace, when you make room for stillness and for my presence, that is when your ears will be opened, your heart will be cleansed, and you will hear my voice more clearly than ever before. My child, there's something else I see. There have been moments in some of your recent decisions when you have moved ahead without first seeking me. It was not out of rebellion, but because there was impatience in your heart, a longing to see results quickly, a desire to take control of your own path. I understand this. But my child, remember the lesson of King Saul, who out of impatience offered the sacrifice himself instead of waiting for the prophet Samuel, as I had instructed. That very haste cost him the blessing I had prepared for him. I do not want you to repeat that mistake. Though I will not abandon you, when you move ahead of my timing, you must understand that in doing so, I cannot lead each of your steps. You must learn to wait. You must learn to let me go before you and you to follow after me in peace. Now, my beloved child, I am stretching out my hand and calling you to return. Not to return begrudgingly, but with a humble heart and a longing to walk rightly within my good and perfect will. Pause for a moment. Lift your eyes to me. Listen deeply. Do you hear it? I am calling you, not with a vague summons, but by your very name, the name I have engraved upon the palm of my hand, the name I have known even before you were formed in your mother's womb. My child, I long to see you walk in wholeness. I long to see you kept from every snare. I long to see you experience the blessed life I have prepared for you. But it begins with obedience. Today, do not wait until trials overwhelm you to come seeking me. Do not wait until every door is closed before you begin to listen. This is the appointed time of grace. This is the moment for you to return. Remember the prodigal son in the parable I once told. When he was far from home, having squandered his inheritance, living in hunger and loneliness, he remembered his father's house. He recalled that there was abundant bread there, that loving arms were waiting to receive him. And when he decided to return, before he could even utter his full apology, the father ran to meet him, embraced him, clothed him with a new robe, placed a ring upon his hand, and prepared a feast to celebrate his return. My child, I am a father like that. No matter how far you may have wandered, if you will but turn back, I will welcome you with joy. I will restore you. I will lead you into a new season, a season of life, of peace, of blessing. Therefore, my beloved child, listen to my voice today. Let go of the things that must be released. Slow your pace so that you may hear me clearly. Submit every decision under my guidance. And above all, stand firm in the knowledge that I love you, that I call you by name each day, that I am waiting with open arms for your return. A new chapter awaits you just ahead, but you must cross the threshold of obedience to enter it. Are you willing, my beloved? Come, for I am waiting for you. There is a place I have prepared for you, not only in the eternal realm to come, but even in this present season of your life, in the here and now. It is a path paved with my enduring promises, a path where each step is guarded by my angels, a path infused with my wisdom along every turn. Every crossroads, every stage of the journey lies within the good plan I have ordained since before time began. But, my beloved, to find this path, to enter this place, there is an important choice you must make. You must turn around. You must forsake the ways you have walked in the haste of the flesh, in the calculations of human reasoning, the things that seem urgent, the matters that appear impossible to neglect. In truth, when measured against the eternal things I have reserved for you, they are but fleeting illusions, a thin mist veiling your eyes from true light. My child, there are things you must courageously release. There are expectations the world has placed upon your shoulders, causing you to chase after an image I never required of you. There are plans you have drawn for yourself, thinking they were the best way forward. Yet, in reality, they pull you farther from the rhythm of my heart. Like Abraham of old, who once sought to help fulfill my promise by bringing forth Ishmael instead of waiting for the promised son. But I am the one who does not need your help to accomplish my word. What I seek from you is a heart of full obedience and unwavering trust. You must surrender the illusion of control. You must understand that you do not need to grasp every answer in your hands in order to walk forward. On the contrary, I am calling you to take hold of my hand as a little child grasps the hand of their father, not knowing what lies ahead, but knowing the Father is leading. As I have said, unless you become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. This is not a call to naivety, but an invitation to a pure, simple faith, where you no longer strain to control all things, but rest fully in my guidance. I know, my child, that trusting is not easy for you. I see the deep places in your heart where wounds remain unhealed. I know there were times when you opened your heart to someone only to be hurt. I know there are those who should have protected you, who should have lifted you up, but instead they caused you the greatest pain. These experiences have etched within you hesitation, a fear of trusting again. But my child, I am not like them. Engrave this truth deeply within your heart. I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should break a promise. I do not change with time, nor waver with emotion. When I speak, it is eternal truth. When I say I love you, it is not empty words meant to offer temporary comfort. It is a love that existed before you were born, a love that led me to the cross, a love sealed with my very blood poured out for you. When I promise that I will protect you, it is not a vague word of comfort. It is an eternal covenant written by the very faithful one. Remember the Israelites when they stood before the Red Sea, with the Egyptian army behind them and a vast ocean before them. It seemed there was no way out, but I, the I Am, parted the sea and led them through on dry ground. In the same way, my child, when you are in me, no calamity can open for you, and there is no door that I cannot open for you. For you, I am secure. My beloved child, even now I am stretching out my hand to invite you into the place I have prepared. It is a place where you will experience true rest, where the burdens you now carry will be lifted by me. It is a place where your heart will be healed and restored from old wounds. It is a place where you will receive wisdom from on high, so that you may no longer walk according to limited human understanding, but by the guidance of the Holy Spirit. But you must choose. You must turn back, not to run away in fear, but to courageously step into a new path. Not to shirk responsibility, but to rediscover your true direction. Not to seek to earn merit on your own, but to surrender under my mighty hand. My child, I see the inner struggle within you even now. Part of you wants to let go, but another part fears losing control. Part of you longs for the freedom I have promised, yet another part hesitates to release what is familiar. But remember Peter of old. He was once afraid when I called him to step out of the boat and walk upon the water. Yet when he fixed his gaze upon me, he was able to take those first steps on the waves. It was only when he looked at the wind and the waves in fear that he began to sink. So my child, do not look at your circumstances. Do not focus on what you cannot control. Fix your gaze on me, the one who never changes. Now, as I call you, I am not merely calling you to a destination. I am calling you into a journey where with each step you will come to know more of my heart, more of my power, more of my love. A journey where each day you will experience life more abundantly. For I have declared I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. That life is waiting for you, but you must release. You must step forward. You must believe. My beloved child, listen carefully to what I am speaking to you now, for this is a spiritual truth of great importance for your very destiny. Long ago I commanded my angels to encamp around you. As it is written, the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Psalm 34, verse 7. These heavenly hosts have not left their post. They stand guard day and night, watching over your soul, contending against the forces of darkness that seek to breach the spiritual covering around your life. But my child, there is one thing you must understand clearly. Your will, the choices you make each day, plays a crucial role in either opening or closing the door to my supernatural intervention. You are not an empty vessel controlled from afar. I created you in my image with free will, a precious gift that I will never force or violate. Therefore, what you choose, every thought you nurture, every word you speak, every action you take, carries profound influence. They will either open the door for my power to move or unknowingly close it, leaving you vulnerable to the schemes of the enemy. As Scripture says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in." Revelation 3:20. Do you see, my child? It is you who must open the door. I do not force my way in. I do not push, nor do I impose myself. My love respects you enough to wait for a response from your heart. When you are ready to open your heart, when in humility you say, "Lord, please come in, please lead me," then I will fill that place with wondrous grace and mighty saving power. My child, this is not merely a theoretical truth. It is a reality experienced by countless heroes of the faith. Remember David, the young shepherd boy whom I chose to be king. Did David defeat the giant Goliath by his own strength? No, but David placed his full trust in me and opened his heart for me to guide him. He declared, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." 1 Samuel 17:45. And it was I who did the unimaginable. I used a young boy with a small stone to defeat a mighty enemy. Likewise, my beloved child, when you choose to surrender to me, when you open your heart in trust, there is nothing impossible for me. Though the enemy may plot with deep malice, though forces of darkness may lie in wait to destroy your life, I will send my angels to act powerfully to protect and deliver you. But I also lovingly warn you of this. If you close your heart, if you choose to compromise with the world, if you allow sin to take the place that belongs to me within you, then you yourself create gaps in your protective hedge. I cannot force you to live in the light if you deliberately choose to walk in darkness. As the scriptures say, do not give the devil a foothold, Ephesians 4:27. My child, there are times when it is pride, stubbornness, or unforgiveness that unknowingly closes the door of your heart. You may think, I can handle this on my own. I can stay in control. But my child, control without me is merely an illusion. Only when you surrender yourself into my arms, only when you say, Lord, I cannot, but you can, will I be able to fully manifest my power in your life. Remember the story of King Hezekiah. When he received news of a vast army preparing to besiege Jerusalem, he did not rely on his own strength, nor did he seek worldly allies. Instead, he spread the threatening letter before me in the temple and prayed, O Lord God of Israel, give ear, O Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see. Take heed, O Lord, and see in mind. Help him to see and fix his thoughts. And I heard that prayer and sent an angel to strike down 185,000 Assyrian soldiers in a single night. My beloved child, I do not show favoritism toward one person over another. Just as I acted for Hezekiah, for David, for the heroes of the faith of old, I am equally willing to act on your behalf today. But the door must be opened from your side. So my child, today I invite you, examine your heart. Is there a door you are keeping shut? Is there something you need to confess so that your heart may be cleansed? Are there habits or relationships that are hindering the flow of grace in your life? Do not delay any longer. Allow me to come in fully, for when you open the door, not only will my protection flood in, but also my healing peace and unspeakable joy will overflow. As it is written, in your presence is fullness of joy, Psalm 16 verse 11, and my joy will be your strength, Nehemiah 8:10. My beloved child, I know that at times you may feel unworthy, too weak to open the door to me. But remember, it is I who make you worthy. It is I who give you the strength to do what you could never do on your own. Therefore, do not be afraid. Do not let past sins or shame keep you from drawing near to me. Come just as you are, with a humble and longing heart. I have said, whoever comes to me, I will never drive away. John 6:37. Now, as I stand knocking at the door of your heart, what will you choose? Open the door, my beloved one. Allow me to fill your life with the grace, protection, and great deliverance that I have prepared for you since before time began. Let me lead you into a new season, a season of abundant life, of victory, and of unending joy. My dearly beloved child, now turn your heart wholly toward me. Do not let your heart be divided by the noise of this world, nor allow your mind to be swept away by fleeting things. Set apart a quiet place within your soul, a place where only you and I dwell, so that from there I may once again teach you how to discern and recognize my voice in this new season that you are about to enter. Do you know this, child? Your spirit is like a vessel. When you open it wide to me, I will fill it with wisdom and heavenly insight. As the scriptures declare, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Psalm 32:8. Yes, my child, it is my longing to train your spirit so that you may distinguish my true voice amid the countless false voices of this world. I know that at times your heart may feel clouded, and you may not see the full picture as I do. But do not let this cause you to lose heart. You only need one thing: to remain close to me. For when you are near to me, I will enlighten your eyes. What you now perceive as detours, delays, or even failures may very well be the very path I am using to deliver you, to hold you back from a calamity that your human eyes cannot yet perceive. Remember the story of Joseph, my beloved. When his brothers sold him into slavery, when he was thrown into prison, did Joseph at that moment understand the larger plan? No. But I, the one who sees from beginning to end, turned those seemingly bitter circumstances into stepping stones for promotion, so that Joseph would ultimately become the one who saved his nation from famine. In the same way, my child, do not quickly assume that the delays in your life are rejections. Many times they are the veil of protection I have drawn to shield you from what is not yet in season, or from that which I have not appointed for you. My child, I urgently warn you of this. Not every opportunity that comes before you originates from me. Not every door that opens is a door I have opened. The enemy is cunning and subtle. He can disguise traps to appear as blessings. There are paths that seem smooth and convenient on the surface, but beneath lie snares awaiting the unwary. As Paul once wrote, "For Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light." 2 Corinthians 11:14. Therefore, it is all the more necessary for you to grow in spiritual discernment. And this cannot happen if you remain distant from me. If you rely merely on feelings, on human reasoning, or on your own understanding, you will be easily deceived. But when you dwell near me, when you are sensitive to the voice of the Holy Spirit, you will perceive those subtle differences. I will give your heart a deep peace when it is my way, and a holy unrest when it is not from me. Child, let me teach you how to listen, not merely with your natural ears, but with a tender heart and a humble spirit. Learn to pause, to refrain from rushing through every door simply because it appears open. Learn to wait for my confirmation. Just as Moses did long ago, before going anywhere, he said to me, "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here." Exodus 33:15. He did not rely on miracles nor on outward favor, but solely on my presence. Likewise, my beloved child, it is my desire for you to learn such discernment. Do not let a spirit of ambition or impatience drive you to run ahead of my will. Do not allow the pressures of this world to push you through doors I have not yet prepared. For once you enter a door that is not of me, you will step out from under my covering. But if you will wait upon me, inquire of me, and test all things in the light of my word, you will not be deceived. As it is written, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Psalm 119-105. My child, my word is not mere knowledge. It is true light for you amidst life's complex crossroads. When you meditate on my word daily, when you commune with the Holy Spirit in prayer, when your heart becomes sensitive to my gentle inner voice, you will clearly discern the path I am leading you upon. Listen closely to my heart, beloved one. I do not desire for you to grope in the darkness. I do not want you to walk in uncertainty or doubt. It is my longing that you be led with clarity and peace. But this can only happen when your heart is firmly rooted in me. When you seek not the counsel of the world above mine. There will be times when I tell you to wait, even though those around you say, "Go forward." There will be times when I tell you to stop, even though the door before you seems wide open. But my child, do not run ahead of me out of fear of missing an opportunity. The best opportunities are never those you must strive to grasp by your own strength, but those I give you in my perfect timing. As it is written, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Beloved one, do not let delay cause you to lose heart. Do not allow the enemy's whispers to sow doubt about my goodness in your heart. Remember, I am faithful and true. I do not break my promises. The words I have spoken over you, the promises I have placed in your heart, I will fulfill them at the appointed time. The work I have begun in you, I will bring to completion. Philippians 1:6. Therefore, my precious child, now more than ever, turn your heart fully toward me. Ask me to teach you, to train your spirit to become discerning. Ask me for a heart that can rightly discern, so that you will not be swayed by outward appearances, but will perceive what is true and what is false, what is from me and what is from the enemy, what is life-giving and what is a snare. And as you walk in this discernment, you will not only be safeguarded yourself, but you will become a light and a source of encouragement to others. You will help open the eyes of those whose vision has been clouded. You will help guide others away from the traps of darkness. You will become a mighty spiritual warrior, one who carries my fire and wisdom into this world. Beloved child, I am ready to pour out that wisdom upon you. I am waiting for your heart to respond. So come, open your heart wide, and let me lead you into a deeper dimension of fellowship with me. A new season is approaching, a season in which those who discern well will be led into the wonders I have prepared. Are you ready to step into it? Draw nearer, beloved one. Let me teach you the way of discernment through my everlasting love. My beloved child, listen deeply within your soul. For now, I desire to reveal to you something far more profound than anything you have ever imagined. My plan for you is not limited to the healing of your visible body. What I long to give you goes far beyond that. I want to rescue you from the wounds buried deep within the core of your being, from the fractures no one else can see, from the pain you have long concealed, believing it had faded, though in truth it continues to silently gnaw within. Oh, my child, I know every corner of your heart. I see the places overshadowed by bitterness, the hidden spaces where weariness has taken root, where guilt and shame still cling in secret. There are things you dare not share with anyone, matters you fear are too late to be forgiven, burdens you dread would cause others to turn away from you if they knew. But my beloved, I am not like man. I do not judge you by outward appearances. I see into the very depths of your heart, and I love you with an unchanging love. I have not come to condemn you, but to save you. As I have declared, the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Luke 19, verse 10. I saw you as you wandered through the paths of despair. I heard your silent cries in the lonely darkness of the night. I know there have been days when you wore a cloak of strength, offering a forced smile to the world, while inside your soul was exhausted and worn thin. But oh, my child, I do not want you to live this way. I long to restore the pure joy I placed within you from the very beginning. I want your smile to no longer be a mask, but an overflow from a truly healed heart. I desire to awaken within you a soul capable of wonder once more, one that delights in the smallest of things, one eager to behold the works of my hand anew each day, like the eagle soaring high in the sky, strong and tireless. I want to renew your strength, just as my promise declares in Isaiah. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40, verse 31. This is what I desire for you. A life no longer burdened by the past, no longer bound by guilt or shame, but filled with fresh strength each day. But for this to become reality, you must learn to drink deeply from me, not merely in hurried sips amidst your busyness, not in fleeting moments before rushing back into the whirlwind of life. No, my child, I am inviting you into a deeper union, an abiding in me, an immersion in my presence. Come back to me. Set aside a dedicated time each day to sit with me. Do not be afraid to seek a quiet place, free from the noise of the world. Let the voices of others fade into the distance. Let false judgments and misplaced expectations fall away. Allow your soul to rest in my loving embrace. Do you know this? When you choose to remain in my presence, something wondrous will begin to unfold. I will start whispering profound truths into your heart, secrets I do not speak in the crowds, wisdom reserved for my intimate friends. I will reveal these to you. As I have said, I no longer call you servants. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. John 15:15. Yes, my child, I desire to converse with you as an intimate friend, as a loving father. I have guidance to impart to you, plans to unveil, paths for you to walk. You have prayed for direction, haven't you? You have cried out, Lord, please show me the way I should go. And my child, today I say this to you. This is my answer to your prayer. The guidance you seek is not found in the noise of the world, nor does it arise from the analysis of the mind. It comes from an intimate fellowship with me. It comes when you take time to listen, when you learn to discern my voice amidst the multitude of others. My child, do not hesitate to draw closer. Do not let past experiences cause you to shrink back from me. Even if you have faced disappointment when prayers seemed unanswered, even if you have felt unworthy, I have remained patient, waiting for you. Just as the father in the parable of the prodigal son stood at the doorway, eyes searching for the return of his child, so do I watch and wait for you. And when you turn back even slightly, I will run to meet you, embrace you, and restore you without hesitation. Beloved child, I know that within your heart there are still many unanswered questions, many fears that have not yet been dispelled. But let me remind you of this truth. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. When you quiet yourself before me, when you allow your heart to rest deeply in my presence, what once seemed unclear will gradually become illuminated. Fears will melt away, and my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, will flood your soul. Philippians 4:7. My child, I have not called you to fight these battles on your own. I do not ask you to strive in your own strength to prove anything. I long for you to learn to lean on me, to abide in me. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it remains connected to the vine, you too cannot experience abundant life apart from me. John 15:4-5. Therefore, beloved child, I say to you today, return to me. Come and sit at my feet. Drink deeply from the fountain of life. I am waiting for you. I have already prepared every good thing for you. Healing, restoration, renewed joy, fresh strength, and wonders beyond what you could ask or imagine. Are you willing? Come, my beloved one. Let me lead you into a new season, a season of life, of deep satisfaction, of flourishing in me. And as you walk in this newness, the world will witness my glory revealed through your life. My child, I have not sent you on this journey helpless or hopeless. On the contrary, I have placed in your hands a priceless power, the power to alter the course of your own life, to reshape the path ahead. And this power is most fully activated through sincere prayer, through each act of obedience, and through every moment when your heart aligns with my will. Do you realize this? Not everything you see today is fixed or unchangeable. What seems inevitable to the human eye, what appears set in stone, can still be softened and transformed when you lift your prayers to me. The problems that seem impossible can still be broken under the power of the Almighty when you choose to walk in surrender. For it is written, the earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. James 5:16. Never underestimate the power of prayers that flow from a tender and humble heart. You view time as a straight line, past, present, and future. You believe that what has already happened cannot be altered, and what lies ahead is unavoidable. But my child, I, the creator of all things, am not bound by time. I exist outside of its flow. To me, past, present, and future are like a grand tapestry woven together with perfect skill, each thread intentionally placed within the divine plan. Every detail of your life, every turning point, every choice, I see it all as clearly as the light of day. And beyond that, I know the power I have placed within you when I created you. I do not merely see what could happen if you continue to walk according to your own will. I also see the great things that will be unlocked when you choose to rise up in faith, when you boldly seek my face and allow me to lead you. My child, do you understand? You are not bound to a future destined to destroy you. Even though there may be prophecies, signs, or consequences from past mistakes, I have still made room for restoration, for redemption. This is the very nature of my grace. I always leave the way open for change, for a new beginning. As I have declared, behold, I make all things new. Revelation 21, verse 5. Do not allow past failures or the negative words of others to define your future. Do not let old wounds become chains that bind your steps. I am the one who breaks every chain. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut. When you choose to rise, when you lift your head in faith, when you dare to say to me, Lord, I trust in you, lead me, then you will witness wonders unfold. Remember Job, my child. He endured dreadful trials, lost everything, and it seemed there was nothing left to hope for. But when Job spoke to me, when he kept his heart upright, when he prayed for his friends, I restored him abundantly, giving him twice as much as he had before. Job 42, verse 10. Likewise, my child, there is no pit so deep that my grace cannot reach. There is no darkness so thick that my light cannot pierce through. You may now be standing before many crossroads, perhaps anxious about decisions that lie ahead. But remember this, not every path that opens is from me, and not every delay is a bad thing. Sometimes I delay not to deny you, but to protect you from things that are not yet in season. Sometimes I close a door not to punish you, but to guard you from walking into a trap of the enemy. Therefore, my child, learn to listen to me. Learn to walk not by sight alone, but by faith, as it is written, for we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 7. And when you walk in this faith, when you align your heart with mine through prayer and obedience, you will see transformation take place, even in the present. And even what once seemed unchangeable can be transformed. Never think that I am a passive observer. No, I am the one who acts, the one who intervenes on your behalf when you call upon me. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Romans 10:13. My arm is not too short to save, nor is my ear too dull to hear. I am simply waiting for you to open your mouth in faith, giving me the cause to act powerfully for you, my beloved child. I know there are days when you feel too weak to pray, moments when the weight of weariness presses heavily upon you. But even your wordless groans do not escape my hearing. Even a single silent tear is recorded by me. You keep track of my wanderings. Put my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. Therefore, do not hesitate to draw near to me. Do not let guilt or fear separate you from me. You need only come to me just as you are, humbly saying, Lord, I do not know the way ahead, but I trust in you. And my child, I promise you this, I will do exceedingly abundantly beyond all that you ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. The images you see now are but a small fragment. Yet I, the one who has painted the entire canvas, know every detail, every hue, every single thread woven within it. And when you choose to walk in unity with me, when you allow me to continue painting this masterpiece through your life, you will witness a work of art emerging, a masterpiece that bears my glory far surpassing anything you could ever imagine. Therefore, my beloved child, today I say to you, do not fear the future. Do not be bound by the past. Take hold of the power I have placed within you. Pray, obey, align your heart with mine, and you will see. Indeed, I myself will transform the course of your life, renew what is old, and open doors to wonders beyond even your dreams. There are many things that unfold in the stream of life that may seem as though they are predetermined, as if someone has written them in black ink upon the pages of your story. You may think they are unchangeable, irreversible. But hear me, child. I declare to you even those things, if you will stand in deep prayer, if you will persevere in unceasing intercession, they can be erased. They can be renewed in the light of my presence. as it is written, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land." 2 Chronicles 7:14. Do you see? There is nothing that sincere prayer cannot reach. No wall is too thick, no destiny too unyielding, that it cannot be broken when you draw near to me with a humble, contrite heart. There are storms quietly forming on the horizon of your life. They may be lurking dangers, adversities yet unseen, challenges that have not fully revealed themselves. But my beloved, these storms can be stilled with but a whisper from a heart that knows how to pray. Remember when I was in the boat with my disciples in the midst of a furious storm that seemed ready to engulf everything? With just a single command from me, "Peace, be still," the raging sea was immediately calmed. Mark 4:39. In the same way, when you cry out to me in the midst of the storms within your heart, when you come in fervent, trusting prayer, you will see me move, quieting every tempest, bringing peace that surpasses understanding. Even in the midst of adversity, there are accidents, illnesses, losses, and battles that take place, not because it is my desire to see you suffer, but because I allow them as wake-up calls for your soul. I use these moments to stir your heart, to awaken vigilance within you, to call you back, to invite you to choose a path that is better and deeper in me. As a loving father, I could never bear to see you drifting endlessly away from the light. And so at times I allow these shakings, not to destroy but to awaken, not to condemn but to open before you a new opportunity. These things are not carved in stone. They are not final sentences upon your life. On the contrary, they are opportunities, even though they may carry pain, for you to reflect, to be reminded, to choose to return, to pray more deeply, to walk more carefully in my light. Therefore, my child, do not fear such moments. Do not let hardships cause you to lose heart or to doubt my love. Rather, see them as gentle invitations from me, as signals from heaven for you to pause, to listen, and to realign your path. Do you know this, my child? The pages of your life that once seemed shrouded in darkness can still be rewritten through grace, through wisdom, through a new beginning found in me. I am the one who makes all things new. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Even if you carry chapters filled with mistakes, even if there are parts of your story that bring you shame, you can still place the pen of your life in my hand and allow me to write new pages. Pages of restoration, pages of joy reborn, pages of victories and faith. Consider the story of Jonah, the man who once fled from my calling, cast into the sea and swallowed by a great fish. Yet even from the depths of darkness, when he lifted his prayer from the heart of the deep, I heard him and delivered him. More than that, I gave him a second chance to fulfill my purpose. Jonah 2:3. In the same way, my beloved child, it is never too late for you to return. There is no pit too deep from which I cannot lift you. There is no stain that my blood cannot cleanse. What I long for is not your perfection, but a heart willing to return, a heart that hungers for transformation. Therefore, my child, come nearer to me today, nearer than ever before. Do not let fear or shame create a barrier between you and me. Do not let old wounds cause you to hesitate in prayer. I know all your weaknesses, and I love you in spite of them all. Let me teach you how to pray, not with rote words, not with empty repetition, but with a heart that speaks honestly. Our Father in heaven, learn to speak to me as a child speaks to their father, with trust, with intimacy. Allow me to train you to stand firm in intercession. As you learn to pray, as you learn to stand in the gap for your family, your community, your generation, you will witness my hand moving powerfully. And as you walk in this life of prayer, you will experience something remarkable. You will no longer be one swept along by the current of life, but one who helps shape its course through prayer, through obedience, through the power of the Holy Spirit working within you. My beloved child, I do not only desire to rescue you from harm, I want to lead you into a life of fullness, a life of influence, of power, of spiritual authority. So step boldly into intimacy with me. Allow me to refine you. Allow me to use your very life to write a new story, a story of triumph, of restoration, and of glory unto me. My beloved child, do not let the deceitful whispers of darkness cloud the truth I have planted in your heart. There are voices that seek to convince you that everything in this world is fixed and unchangeable, that your fate was sealed long ago, and that you are merely a passive observer watching the wheel of time spin in vain. But listen to my voice, the voice of your Creator, the one who from everlasting holds all power in his hands. Yes, I am the one who never changes. I am faithful. I am eternal. But precisely because I am the living one, I yearn for a living relationship with you, where your love, your obedience, and your choices have meaning and carry great power. Do not believe that you are merely a drifting leaf upon the river of fate. No, you are one whom I have intricately fashioned, endowed with free will, with the capacity to walk alongside me in altering the course of this world. I invite you to step into a wondrous place, a place of profound communion between your soul and my heart. In this sacred space, every prayer you lift is fully heard by me. Each time you choose to follow my guidance, you are shaking the unseen realms. Every act of obedience you make not only brings transformation to your own life, but also rewrites the story for generations yet to come. Do not underestimate the seemingly small acts you carry out each day. A prayer uttered from the depths of a sincere heart can halt the dark waves that seek to surge forth. A silent act of obedience can dissolve the chains binding your family's destiny. A decision to reject compromise with sin can open the way for miracles beyond your imagination. Do you not know? Each time you choose humility, purity, and repentance, the spiritual realm begins to shift. Waves of light from my presence pierce through the thick darkness the enemy tries to construct. Every time you pray, every time you stand in faith, you are lighting lamps along spiritual pathways, shattering the enemy's schemes poised to cause harm. And these beams of light do not merely illuminate your own path, but also shine forth for your children, for future generations, and even for lost souls you have yet to encounter. Do not think that the choices you make today are insignificant. No, my child, your obedience today may ward off tomorrow's lurking sorrows. The intercessions you lift today may shatter the spears of calamities lurking in tonight's shadows. I am the faithful God, yet I am also the one who lovingly grants you the privilege of co-creating with me, of standing with me on the front lines of life to push back forces of destruction. Understand that with every moment you choose to yield to me, you are engaging in a spiritual battle far greater than you can fathom. What you do in obedience, even in secret, sends forth ripples of influence that extend beyond this present time. A word of forgiveness from your heart can break ancient chains within your lineage. An act of kindness in a hardened world can open the floodgates for my mercy to pour out. Even the smallest proclamation of faith can ignite wondrous miracles in the heavenly realms. And my child, it is precisely when you feel too weak, when you think you have nothing to offer, that my power is most readily revealed through you. I do not seek perfection in you. I seek a tender heart, a soul willing to yield and to trust in my power and my love. You do not need to understand everything, nor foresee every outcome. What I desire is that you take each step in faith, each step in dependence upon me. Beloved one, remember this. In my kingdom, no act is meaningless when done in my name. Whether it is a single tear of repentance, a song of praise in the midst of trial, or a courageous step when you cannot yet see the way ahead, each one holds eternal value. They accumulate in the spiritual heavens as a fragrant offering, pleasing to me. And in due time, they will bear fruit that no force can hinder. Therefore, do not let your heart be seduced by the apathy of the world, nor by the lies that claim prayer changes nothing. that obedience is in vain. No, the truth is this: every prayer you utter can set angels into motion. Every act of obedience you take can shift the very course of history. Every deed of love, forgiveness, and righteousness that you perform can become a vital link in my grand design, bringing restoration even to those you may never know. So press on, my child. Believe with all your heart that whatever you do in my name, under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, will never be in vain. And know this: I see it all. Not for one moment do I turn my face away from you. Not a single tear you shed escapes my notice. Not a single prayer you lift is unheard. I have gathered them all into golden bowls before my throne, and the day will come when I will pour them out as streams of grace upon your life and upon many others. Therefore, do not lose heart. Even if you do not see immediate results, even if the battle before you seems fierce, know that every act of faithfulness is stirring the heavens. And one day, when you look back, you will see that the small steps you are taking today have woven a glorious tapestry within my eternal plan. My beloved child, you have heard my warning and felt the urgency in my voice. Do not let this truth slip away into the noise of the world. Return again and again to this place of revelation, for here I will continue to speak life into your spirit and guard you from hidden snares. Subscribe now and ring the bell, so you never miss the next word I breathe into your heart. Share this message with those you love, that they too may stand firm in the light I pour out. Come back each day, for every visit draws you deeper into my presence and closer to the destiny I have prepared. I am with you always. Stay connected, stay alert, and walk boldly in the path I have set before you. Amen.